Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, it's snowing, and this is Old Man Hiking. January in Ohio. That means it could be 60 degrees or it could be 10, and either one wouldn't surprise me very much, because that's just kind of the way the weather is around here. But I tell you what, today it's about 32 degrees, it's snowing, it's absolutely beautiful out here in the woods, and I wish you could be out here with me because I'm having a blast. Because you see, I know it's January, it's cold, it's so tempting to lay on the couch and just look outside and not want to go out at all, but you're missing a lot if you don't do that, because when you take a walk in the woods and it's snowing, it's just a totally different experience. Everything that was brown is white, the sounds are muffled, it's just fantastic. And if you don't get out and enjoy it, like I said, you're missing a lot. But you have to be able to do it the right way in order to be comfortable and be safe. There are a couple of things that I would like to point out that can help you enjoy being out here without being miserable and without it turning dangerous on you. First and foremost, get rid of the cotton. That is probably the single most important thing to remember on outdoor activities, especially in the wintertime, because there's a reason they make bath towels out of cotton, because they absorb up to 20 times their weight in water and they hold it. That's why they get us dry. But the same thing that makes cotton a great bath towel makes it absolutely terrible for being out like this. Because if you're wearing jeans or you're wearing a cotton shirt and you do any exertion at all, or it's snowing or it rains on you, all of that water, be it sweat or precipitation in some form, it's going to stick in your clothes. They dry very slowly, and as that water lays against your skin, it just makes you very, very cold, and that can lead to hypothermia. It's also not very pleasant. So everything that I'm wearing today is some type of either synthetic fiber or wool. There's no cotton. I have polyester long underwear on. I've got these nylon hiking pants. I have a shell jacket. Every single layer is polyester, synthetic, nylon, something like that. Got my darn tough wool socks on, which I don't like to go outside without when it's cold. They're just the best socks in the world, in my opinion. And that is a key to keeping you warm, so that when you do exert or you do get wet, this type of clothing dries very quickly compared to cotton or other fabrics. And that's extremely important in keeping yourself safe when you're out in the cold. Now, the other thing to remember is to dress in layers. I can't stress that enough. Layers are so important. You have a tendency to want to, okay, I've got, my shirt and pants and whatever, I just throw a heavy jacket on over top of that and go. That's great if you're just going outside for a little bit. But if you're going to be out for an extended period of time, or you're going to take a hike, you definitely want to layer your clothing, because it gives you different levels of warmth. It also helps insulate, and I'm going to demonstrate that right now. All right, so starting with, I have this outer shell jacket. This happens to be a North Face rain jacket that I bought used. That's another key to this. You don't have to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on clothing. If you watch for bargains, watch for sales, used gears, you can pick this stuff up for a little bit of nothing sometimes. Anyway, so I have this North Face rain jacket, which also serves as an outer shell. It'll help block wind if it happens to be windy. It also will repel the snow or rain that's falling on you. In this case, it's snow, because when that snow hits you, if you don't have something like this, your body heat is going to cause that snow to melt and melt into whatever you're wearing. When that happens, now you've got that moisture that's getting close to or next to your skin, and that's when you start to really get chilled. So top layer is a shell. Next up, Down jacket, synthetic nylon outer. It has a down fill. This is not an expensive jacket. You can pay a lot for these. My thought is you're going to take them out in the woods and beat them up anyway. As long as they work for you. That's all that matters. And so I picked this up on sale for about 30 bucks, and it has been extremely effective. I've been really happy with it. This is what's often known as a puffy jacket. So this is the layer below. This is an insulating layer that really helps keep you warm. If you've never worn anything that's made out of down or has down fill in it, extremely warm, unbelievably warm. So, all right, next layer down. It's called the mid layer. This happens to be a fleece. Again, not an expensive piece of clothing, but it is a fleece, long sleeve, and it's for warmth. It's another layer to kind of keep you toasty. And then finally, down to the base layer, which is a Columbia polyester shirt, long sleeve. This is what's next to your skin, so you want to make sure that it is comfortable. That's kind of a key. Polyester isn't like the old double knit polyester from my high school days in the 70s where you couldn't hardly stand to wear it. It's changed a lot. They've managed to make it softer, more comfortable. So it's not hard to find a really nice shirt like this that feels good against your skin. As you can see, I've got 4 separate layers here. What that does is that it builds warmth. Each one has its own function. The other thing is, as you walk, if you're hiking, you'll notice that you're going to heat up, you're going to get warmer because you're exerting. And in the wintertime, especially when you're hiking, the last thing you want to do is break a sweat because that will really chill you quickly. You don't want that. So the purpose of the layers is that you can add and subtract as you need to, depending on what you're doing, depending on the conditions. If you're carrying a backpack and you get hot or it's not snowing, you want to take your shell off, no problem. Throw it in the pack, walk without it. You can shed layers as you need to. You can add layers as you need to. And maybe it seems like a little time consuming to stop, take your pack off, add or subtract, but trust me, it is the best way to enjoy what you're doing and to not get overheated or to not be too cold. So my best advice is grab you some layers, throw them on, get out here and enjoy yourself, because if you don't, you're going to miss all of this. And I don't want you to do that. So hope I see you out on the trail sometime.